see if we can get this to work. If it doesn't work, so what was problem with this? It was oh good, right in. All right, awesome. So it wasn't starting last time I tried to do this. So we'll see if this works or not. What's going on, Master Fed? Yeah, I was just playing your deck. So we're gonna go over here and do this. Okay. Hey, what's going on, Koji? Isaku. I feel like just taking some water and just dumping it over my head. Cool myself off. Maybe to go take a cold shower. Alright, so here's our pool that we have to work with here. So what I've done, what I've started to do is just like do this. I just like look at one shard at a time. So I look at my artifacts. Zapper's charges are really good. Those almost always go in. Secret Lab might not be too bad to have. Ooh, a Thunderbird is really good. So blue or Sapphire is looking pretty good right now. Ooh, we also have a Warhulk construction plan. So we've got this. Wow, we might actually play Sapphire Dwarfs with this pull. Okay, so that actually looks like a really good Sapphire Dwarfs deck. Let's see what else we've got here. So this seems to be adding cards onto your like this is adding more cards into my collection when I do this, which is kind of funny. Corrupt Harvester is probably the best thing we've got here. Everything else is kind of just subpar. Yeah, so probably the only thing we had. Corrupt Harvester is really good because it gains us life and keeps us in the game, but not really that great. Ooh, we got a Cloud Knight over here. That's really tempting. Is that our only good card, though? Kind of is. This is okay. Phoenix Guard Trainer. Again, this gains us life, so that's pretty good. Maybe splashable for this, but I'm not really seeing anything else that's making me go, man, I really need to play Diamond. I mean, I guess this guy's got Swift Strike, which is pretty good. And this guy I can gem with something. I've got two of them, apparently. Not that great. Let's see what we got in Wild. I got two Howling Brazes, gives me some ramp, which is decent. I don't know that I have anything to ramp into. Really, though, that's the unfortunate part. Ooh, I have a Root Dancer, and that's kind of huge. I might have to go into play Wild then for Root Dancer. It depends on how many shards. Plus, I've got Survival of the Fittest. That's removal, as long as I've got troops. This looks pretty promising right now, I think. And Ruby. We've got Burn to the Ground and a Burn. So right now I'm looking at Wild, Ruby, and Sapphire. That's what I'm looking at. With the artifacts I have, though, I even have like a Volcannon. I mean, I think I have to maybe try to do some Wild Sapphire or something. And we're probably going to play Bertrand with Volcannon like that. I think that's what I want to do. We'll figure out which. We're going to definitely in Sapphire. Definitely in Sapphire. We're going to play all these dwarves. So we're going to play Technical Genius, play Oracle Song. Arcane Shield seems okay. Terabot's really good. Defensive Wall's decent. I mean, we got the Volcannon to finish. We've got an early Thunderbird. We've got two Mesmerize. I mean, this is really good. Effigy. This is just a 2/2 I can socket with maybe Flight or draw cards. That seems pretty good. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and just socket. We'll put him in there. We got two of them, so we can draw cards off of this guy. That seems really good. I even might be able to go mono Sapphire with this. This is... Oh, I have... It's a minor socket. Okay. Let's see. Minor. I got Flight I can put on him. Or I can give him +1/+1. Or I can give him Spell Shield. Yeah, maybe I won't play him. We'll think about him. We'll think about him. Construction Plans, really good. Commando is okay, I guess. Phoenix Guard's pretty solid. I can't play Gambit because I think it's still broken. Hex Engines, Ramp, Worker Bot Factory is going to be decent. Immortal Spear, I don't think I want to play that. That's going to be too clunky to play. And Warhulk's decent. I got 16 cards. Yeah, probably. Let's see what we've got in Ruby here, like as far as dwarves are concerned. Yeah, we probably have to play Ruby just because of the dwarves. I like the wild cards I've got, but I don't have a lot of beats, and there's no guarantee that I'm going to draw this Root Dancer. That's probably like the best troop I've got here. I've got Survival of Fist, which is decent, but not really a lot else. I mean, I've got aggro, basically, with this. Maybe if I had like 2 Bucktooth Commanders, I could go and do something with like all the rest of... I've got a lot of Shin Hair. But other than that, I'm not really seeing this happen for me. So I think we're going to go with Ruby and Sapphire here. So I want to play as many dwarfs as possible. And this guy's really pretty decent. Crimson Clarity could be okay. I'm not sure I want to play as Commando. I might have to. Rummaging, probably not that good. Burn is really good for us. It's going to help us deal with some early stuff. Probably don't need Suppressive Fire. An Artifact this troop gets. That's decent, I guess. Yeah, that could deal some quick damage. Still not sure if I can find a place for this Effigy though. Let's see, what else can we sock it in Ruby? We can give him speed. Or we can give him intensity. Yeah. I don't like the idea of intensity either. He's a robot. Like, that's the best thing. I'd probably give him flight. That's the only thing I would probably give him. Just give him some evasion. Make him another 2/2 flyer. I'm at 21 cards out of 40. This is an orc. This is a solid body. Could probably play Burn to the Ground in here. I'm not sure that I need Arcane Shield, because nothing really has to stay in play. Maybe Arcane Shield plus Thunderbird, but he's still very blockable. Yeah, Mortar Strike is removable, you're right. Fury. I don't think I need that either. So, let's see. Hex Engine. I think I can play an Hex Engine in here for maybe some... Do I need it, though? I don't think I need it, because most of the stuff tops out at 4. All it does is buff my Burn to the Ground, so I probably don't need that Hex Engine, really. I'll probably have to play this Arcane Shield. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play both of these. They are robots. No, they're constructs. Why aren't these robots? I need robots. But we're going to play them anyways, because we have to. They do count as artifacts, and they'll be cheap to play. And we're going to go ahead and make them flying. Flying 2/2s, so... Plenty of flyers in here. I could play Sapphire Aura. 25 cards. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I think I'm over budgeted already. So actually I can pull these. Yeah, so I can pull these. Because I didn't like them anyways. Get out of there. Get out of there. Alright. 17 resources. Yeah, the 4/5 Zealot, I should probably just play him just because he's a solid body. More than anything else. I mean, he costs 5. He's at the top of my range. He's not great. But he might do some things. The question is, what do I pull to get him? Construction plans is good. Let's remove there. See if I really need to do anything else here. 16 is too little resources, so I do have to make at least one cut, possibly 2 here. It might be this guy, because he's good. He's a good body, but other than that, I mean, I do have bodies. I've got a 5. This becomes a 5/5. I've got plenty of other blockers. I've got this nice turreted wall, which will help out here. I think I can deal without him. I think he just isn't. He doesn't synergize well. Sapper's Charge is removal. I kind of need to keep it. I mean, I've got 4 removal for anything with a 2-point back end, which is really good. And then anything that's really big, I have Mesmerize for. So I feel like this is the deck right now. Yeah, Yeah, this looks pretty solid to me. So we are going to count up our... This is also going to be a lot easier to play because we have so many artifacts. It's going to be a lot easier for us to not get stifled. So let's see, we've got 1... I'm counting up all the icons now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sapphire icons. I'll just type that in here. 8. What are you doing, Joshua? And we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We also have 8. So we can basically split this down the middle. The question is, which one do I need more? It looks like I really want to play this turn 2 Thunderbird, so I'm probably going to play more sapphire shards. So we'll probably go with like a 9-8 split. Yeah, the 4-5 guy is pretty good, but I mean, he just doesn't do very much for me. I mean, he could block for me more often. I mean, he does swing pretty good, but like eventually, like this guy gets bigger than him, and he's much better. For instance, so I do have bodies. I have him. I've got this as far as like offense, but I think I'm there. And I can always side him in if I feel like I need the extra body as well. Yes, I would like to reconnect. Is it gonna let me back in? Keep my hand, I guess. Okay, I guess I'm gonna play this like this because I'm sitting in a coin flip, which I can't get rid of. I can't click on anything. Oh, there it goes. Elliot, too loud. He killed you. That's not nice. So it's Hisaku's turn. So if Hisaku, you're still in here, restart your client and see if you can get in. Okay, there he is. Awesome. Yes. It is working. Another thing that's nice about this game is I can play with one hand. So like once I grow out a mustache, I can like twiddle my mustache and still play it, you know? We'll open up with Sapphire Shard here. We got a turn 2 play, so... When you're playing in draft modes, or in sealed or draft modes, the general consensus is that it's quite a bit slower. So you have to just keep that in mind when you're designing your deck and stuff. Of course, he plays a turn 2 Thunderbird, which will have to be answered right away. And he's also playing Bertram. So that's no good. Oracle Song. So... play my Technical Genius. Just gonna make all my artifacts cheaper. Yeah, it's gonna make all my artifacts cheaper so I can play them sooner. Looks like I'll be taking 2 in the next turn. So this is a card that... Thunderbird's unfortunately a card that I have to deal with really quickly. I have plenty of cards in the deck that can deal with it, so I might just sit on, take some damage for a little while. I don't know, we'll see. Let's see what else he plays here. Oh, he's in blood, so he's got removal in his deck. So I have to be aware of that. Taking 2 here. I don't know, I kind of wonder what other big things he might have in the deck, because this is like a catch-all. I'm not sure that I want to use this just yet. We'll see. Oracle Song, that's really good for him right here. Filling that hand back up. Yep. I want to swing into this worker bot because I want to force that block. he can't really attack me, so I want him not to have worker bots in case he has more artifacts that work with robots. That's pretty good. This Ruby Shard, I'll go ahead and have him. So I think I can take some more damage here. I think I'd rather just Oracle Song here, so we'll go ahead and go to attack step here. See if he blocks. He shouldn't block. 1 damage is pretty inconsequential. His worker box should be worth more to him than that. I'm going to take 3 in the next turn. Oracle Song is kind of important here. It's going to refill my hand. So we'll go ahead and do that. Take me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It takes me back up to 7 cards. That's unfortunate. So I've flooded out a little bit here. That's not good. Really want to draw some more spells, but not happening for us. So take 3 from the Thunderbird, see what else he's got to play here. Yep. I'd like to draw a different answer for this Thunderbird. I have an answer for it, but I don't want to have to play that. Okay, so chances are pretty good he's not going to hit one of my troops. With 7 cards in hand. So we'll see if that happens. Pretty decent card in yep, so he didn't hit my troops. That's good for me. So one good thing about having all these shards in hand. Although that's another attacker for him. So I have to mesmerize here, I think. If I don't draw something. I need to draw those 2 points. Oh, there we go. I think I hold on to this and go ahead and mez here. Let's see. Can't really swing in. I think I'll just mez here and just pass the turn. And I'll be taking 2 in the following turn. I want to hold on to this burn to the ground as a finisher as long as possible. If I play Terabot... Oh, that's true. Yeah, I probably should have just played the Terabot. Yeah, I forgot that his back end is 5, not 4. I thought it was 4 for some reason. It used to be 4. So... yeah, the Terabot could block either one of them, but it only blocks... yeah, I guess that... Terabot, I wanted to play it for the cheapest thing possible, too. I want to play this War Hulk and then play a Terabot. I'm greedy like that. Get them both in one turn. War Hulk should be really good here. Taking 2. He's got 6 cards in hand. That's a lot of cards. Did he play a resource? Yeah, I don't think he did, because he went first. He plays there's his resource. Harvester is really good for him. That I have to answer. I can't let him get ahead with that, so... well, no, actually I don't, because I have artifacts to block it. Yeah, so I think I'm perfectly fine, but I can play War Hulk here to block it if I need. Of course, he could kill it, but murder doesn't work on these artifacts anymore, so that's good for me. Ooh, construction plans. So, go ahead and that. And we'll go ahead and play our War Hulk. And we got construction plans. Now I think it's on my end step, right? Yeah, so I can exhaust 3 guys. This will come into play in like 2 turns. I do it in my end step. Shutting down his Thunderbird is really kind of a big deal. So if he kills my Warhulk, I'm in bad shape. I have to remember to exhaust it in response for the construction plans if he does decide to kill it here. Terrabot's really cheap. I was dinglering my... Oh, I didn't... Oh, I was looking at chat. Well, there's a play mistake. I was looking at chat. I was supposed to exhaust him. Well, I guess I take 5 here. Or I guess I can... I might as well just block that guy, I guess, with my Dingler. Take 3 instead. Alright, well in his end step, we gotta remember to use this stuff. That was unfortunate. That's what happens when I look at chat. I need to not look at chat when I'm doing things that are competitive. Just ignore all you people that are cool. I would never do that. 4 cards in hand is quite a bit. So I still have Terrabot. That's going to help out. I can also... Well, I think though the Warhulk's still coming in exhausted, so I have to keep Mortar Strike. This is basic action speed. I think I want to Mortar Strike his guy. And I can still... No, I can't play this. Oh, I can do this. I can do that. I really want to Mortar Strike this thing. Just stop his life gain. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just Mortar Strike this guy. I'll take 2 more, but that's... I think I'm perfectly fine taking that. We got a really big Warhulk coming down next turn, taking 2 here though. Oh, I should have swung in with my Genius. Let's play mistake. Well, no, I think I'd rather actually just use it to get to Warhulk. So it's really not. Still has 4 cards in hand. I don't know how he has so many cards in hand. He's got a lot of cards in hand. Didn't I get some cards? I should have gotten something. I guess I got a couple. No, I didn't. I didn't really get anything. Taking 2 here. Making a Warhulk. Puts him on a 5-turn clock-ish. Oh, he's got his own Warhulk, which I have burned to the ground for. It's going to take him quite a while to get to it, though. Charge bot, that helps, I'm sure. Okay, sure. That doesn't really do too much. This is more of a control card. I don't think that really does too much other than just absorb damage. Okay, he's not swinging in here. That's interesting to me, given his board state. End step, we'll go ahead and make our war bot. We'll see if he kills it. Oh, he doesn't have any resources, he can't. Comes into play exhausted. It's dancing. It's a dancing warbot. There we go. Now he's okay. He was just getting a little bit flustered there, that's all. Let's see here. I would like to draw a card. There we go. So I guess I have a lot of damage coming now. I'll play the Terabot in the second main phase. I'm gonna go ahead and swing in because he's gonna give up a really big body and like a lot of bots, and he can exhaust them to make his Warhulk, but I'll be able to kill it, so we're gonna go ahead and play this guy. Actually, I have to play Terabot here too, because he'll probably kill my Warhulk here if he blocks with everything. Okay, we'll go ahead and play the Terabot for almost nothing. Let's see. I really want to say Burns to the Ground for his Warhulk, I think. Eventually Terabot should just win. And I want to get rid of his field. So I'll go ahead and swing in with those. If it'll let me. He doesn't get his Warbot this turn, he'll get it on the next turn. But if I kill a lot of his robots, it's going to make it really hard for him to do so. Because I can basically kill all of his robots. I could kill his Witch, but I almost don't want to. I think I just kill all his robots and his Shroomshaw. If he blocks, because he has to block with everything. Yeah, his Witch is pretty inconsequential right now. I want to kill both of these robots and the Shroomshaw. Yeah, exhausting all his robots. He needs at least one robot, so he's going to keep the one that can attack. So we're going to change this around. Rather clear as much of his field as possible. He probably doesn't have like a mass buff to give everything like +1/+1 or anything, but that cleans up the field pretty nicely for me. If I had some sort of bounce in this deck, that would be nice. I could bounce this guy and do it again. Because now he's going to go settle back down to Earth. Become a 2/2 again. Just waiting on my opponent's turn. He's got the clock. For whatever reason, the games seem almost more buggy like this. The nice thing about this mode is this is going to allow them to see more interactions than... Because like, when people play Constructed, they're typically going to stray towards playing the same decks over and over again, whereas this is going to see a lot more weird interactions. Talking about the cards, the Kraken, are you talking about the Kraken as in the PvE instance? Or are you talking about the card, the Kraken, with the little tentacles? It's going to make tentacle dudes. I'm not sure which Kraken are you talking about. You're not talking about Phil, are you? Phil McCracken? No? I guess he can still swing with his Witch here, but my clock should be faster than his. Yeah, because I swing back. Yeah, I don't know that much about that card. I know it makes tentacles. It makes a bunch of tentacle like minions and stuff, and then it does something when you have tentacles in play. Yeah, I hate the delay too. The 1 minute delay has been imposed by the Twitch gods because of people that took advantage of it and started showing porn. Yeah. Yeah, that's usually like what you want to do is you want to look at, for the same cost, what could you be playing? And J. Crawl's completely right there. I'm not sure how much the Kraken costs, but okay, well that's not good for me. He has a turreted wall too. So that puts me on a 10-turn clock by itself. Of course, if I get my Vol Cannon, that should be it, because that'll be 6 damage over 2 turns I can deal. Actually, I think I can deal quite a bit. I can deal 6 damage in 1 turn, yeah, right now with what I've got up. So, turret doesn't do very much about Terabot. Unfortunately, he's going to make this thing in my end step. So that means Burn to the Ground is going to be tougher to use to counter it. I think I still swing with Terabot, though. Actually, he can't. He can't yet. He doesn't have enough stuff. This isn't a robot. So I still have 2 turns. If I can kill this robot here, he won't. He'll never finish this war plans until he gets another robot off his champion power. So that might be a play here. Here we go. Now it's my turn. There we go. Sinking. Yeah, I mean, making lots of tentacles would be great if you have something like a constant that needs to exhaust troops, and then you could exhaust them, and it does something. That'd be nice. But, yeah, sitting by itself, it doesn't really probably do too much. Oh, it costs 8? Yeah, that's quite a bit. You could play an Eternal Guardian for that. Eternal Guardian's a lot. There we go. That's right, I have the Probot in here. Legendary Kraken, Troop Enters play. I'm still waiting for my turn here to start. There we go. Oh, there's a Thunderbird. That'll help. So, the choice is here, I could burn to the ground his Charge Bot to prohibit him from getting his Warhulk up, or I could eat 5 on it next turn, and eventually I could eat 5 and there we go, attack phase. Can't swing in with this guy or this guy. I have to swing for 3. If I save Burn to the Ground, though, I could actually... I've got a 6-point Burn to the Ground by itself. I need to make sure I play my Thunderbird in the second main phase. He's got 1 charge. He needs 2 more. I think I'd just rather save the Burn to the Ground. Because I can deal with the robot. I'd rather him just spend the time making it. I'm not sure why everything's running so slow right now. That's priority on defense priority. Second main phase play Thunderbird. It's sinking. I think that's what's going on. For some reason there's a lot of sinking going on, which doesn't make sense to me because we haven't like done a lot of counter magic or anything. I'm not sure which card. Oh, you know what probably did it is when he played his Dingler. That's probably why it's doing all these sinking. What's on your back? It hurts right there? Does it hurt right there? No, it not. Okay. Play my own Thunderbird. Aha! If it'll play. There it goes. Man, should I burn this thing or not? I'd just rather deal with the Warhulk and eat 5. I don't think his turreted wall is dealing damage to me either. So that's the other problem I'm seeing right now. At least it's not showing up as me being dealt damage. I should be at 9 right now. Oh no, wait, it's at the start of his turn. Never mind, I'll be at 9 on his turn. Okay, it's still my turn, and I'm trying to pass turn. I've got 13 minutes left in this game. We haven't even gone to round 2. So, with what I've got on the table, let's see, I can swing for 5, and then 6. So it's like a 3-turn clock if he has no flyers or nothing to deal with my flyers. He still has like 2 turns to get this thing online, so I've actually got 5 damage coming at him next turn. He's too afraid, apparently, to swing in with his Grove Witch. It's really a bad trade for me to... I guess if he swings in, though, I swing in response, and it's not a good spot to be in. If he has, whatever it's called, I always forget the name of it. Deal X damage, gain X life. If he has that, I'm in trouble. Well, maybe a little bit of trouble, not a lot of trouble. Yeah. At least I'm able to play in sealed. True, this is the first sealed game I've had, and it's pretty slow going right now. And it's not any of our faults, except for the person that played the polymorphic Dingler. Misako. Life Siphon, that's the card. Yeah, if he has Life Siphon, I'm in trouble. Because he can Life Siphon for 5 right now. That's a pretty big Life Siphon. Actually, even if he plays his Warhulk on the following turn, swings for 5, then I can... Because I'm going to deal 5 to him on his next turn, he'll be at 9. And then he plays his Warhulk at the end of this turn, at the end of that turn, and then swings back, swings at me, and then I swing for 6, and then I have another 6 damage I can deal to him. That's 12, so I win. So I don't even have to kill Warhulk with Burn to the Ground. I just deal the damage straight into the face. So I'm in a good, okay spot. I can actually block off some damage with, absorb some damage with my, you know, if I feel like I need to with, like, Welder, maybe these Worker Bots or something. Probably the Worker Bots. Just to make sure I'm, like, out of, like, Life Siphon range. Okay, so he's going to attack in. I'll take 2. I'm pretty sure this guy's coming in to play Exhausted. It says transform it into a Warhulk. I'm not sure if it's coming to play Exhausted or not. It used to. It shouldn't. I don't think that the card should work that way, but I believe that's how they have it working. You should be able to surprise your opponent with it, especially because you're playing it in mostly Sapphire decks. You should be able to put it into play, and all of a sudden you have a 5/5 blocker, which your opponent's like, oh, I didn't know about that. Of course, if he does that, I'd rather bait that out. So I'm actually going to swing both of these guys in, and I'll bait that out here because then in the second main phase I could burn to the ground if I need to, if I feel like I need to. But I probably actually don't even really need to. Let's see, if next turn, let's say he takes it all, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, and then another 6. That's 15 damage. So if he takes all the damage, I can win in the next turn. So I guess I'll find out. It's kind of hard to tell. Even when I put my Warbot in play, it kind of danced around because I didn't know what it was supposed to do. Oh, he's buccaneering something. He's buccaneering something. Buccaneering my Thunderbird. Probably. It's kind of a big deal. That's a lot less damage I can deal. That also means I really can't swing in with Welder or Technical Genius anymore. Oh, Terabot. I guess that's... Overall, that's more damage, less damage that I'm going to deal to him, but the Terabot's pretty easy for me to play because of my field, so I just replay it here as a blocker, basically. Let's see, yeah, I wish there wasn't so many syncing issues right now. I know that's what's going on. I don't think that Isaku is taking forever. I draw here. I did kind of flood a little bit compared to my opponent. If I had blocked with a lot of stuff, it would have made Terabot a lot tougher to play here. Because his max, he's... After the Buccaneer bounce, he's an 8 base, and then like for every robot and dwarf I have in play, he costs less. Is it my turn? Is it my turn? Again, Life Siphon could finish the game here-ish. Warhulk doesn't help either. Right now I still have to deal with that Warhulk coming down, which I'm going to have to block some damage off from to keep myself out of Life Siphon range. Plus now I have to deal with Buccaneer. Come on. It's all because you had to play Polymorphic Dingler and it just screwed everything up, and now we're sinking forever. Oh, that's not good. Sapphire Shard and Terabot. Terabot. Volcannon would have really helped there too. I'm gonna time out, basically. I'm gonna lose to my timer, my own timer at this point. So I'm going down to 6. You can deal... Like, I can't take any damage here in this next turn. Because if he has Life Siphon, I lose. Of course, he doesn't know if I have, like, counter magic in hand, so he might be playing around that. Thing is, in his end step, he puts this Warhulk into play, and that's going to be a lot of... I'm going to have to sacrifice a lot of things to trade for it. 3, 4. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be too much of a trade. Oh, well. People need to log off so we can finish these games. It might be the servers. Yeah, J-Crawl might be right. Just finish my turn. I got nothing left to do with this turn. I can't even type to him, so yeah, that's a big problem. So that just means maybe there's just a ton of people online. Okay, well, if the game starts like crashing or something, I think that I'm going to just not play anymore tonight. Or if I lose and it's like a single elimination, then I'm basically done. Anything that like puts me in a place where I have to start a whole new game is like, yeah, I'm gonna stop. Oh, this is only game 1 out of a three game series. Yep, of course. Yep. I should be able to whisper him. It's 2 out of 3 per game, but I don't know if the rounds, if it's Swiss, so like if I lose, I keep playing. Yeah, I'll be here till Wednesday. Yeah, that's about right. It might be Warhulk also that's screwing this whole thing up. It's making all these sync problems. I don't think there's very many changes I can make for this matchup, really. Oh, if I lose the match, I'm done. Okay. Well, that's good to know. So I swing for 6, I deal 6 more, so I just basically have to make it so I absorb as much damage as possible. So I'm going to throw all my dudes at his Warhulk, and the Terrabot will block his Buccaneer. And I'll take 2, and if he's got Life Siphon, I lose. What's in the lap? It probably is. It's not good that I played a Warhulk and we have Dingler also that just screwed everything up. Ah, that's not a sword. That's a bridge. Yeah. Elliot, is Daddy gonna win or am I gonna lose? I'm gonna lose. Why do you always tell me I'm gonna lose? That's not nice. I know. Look at this. This is what you have to look forward to, fathers. You're gonna lose, Daddy. So depending on how he swings will tell me if he has Life Siphon or not, really. You wanna get down? Alright. Just watching the Octonauts. Guess I can charge my phone while I'm sitting here, not doing anything. I think I still have that plugged in. Hey, it's charging. I'm not doing anything anyways. This is like Hearthstone, really. This is just giving you a window into like what it's like to play Hearthstone, because you can just sit here and do nothing, you know, for a very long time. You know, look at this, hands-off keyboards. So swing with the Warhulk for sure. Maybe the Buccaneer and maybe the Witch. Yep, okay. So I think he has Life Siphon here and I lose. We shall see though. So I'm gonna kill his Buccaneer with Terrabot, and then 2, 3, 4, 5 is enough. I can kill this Warbot, Warhulk here, and take 2 damage. Take 2 puts me to 4. He's got 7 resources. Actually, if he had it in hand, he should have already cast it. Because with 7 resources, that's 6, so he doesn't have it. So maybe I change my blocking. No, I think I still want to get rid of that Warhulk. Now this makes it so if I top deck Volcannon, it's really bad, but I think I'll be okay. If he bounces one of my troops, this is really bad for me. Otherwise, I win in the next turn, because I swing for 6 and then deal 6. Yeah. Warhulk is having a seizure, isn't it? Yeah, I agree. It's like, do I want to attack? Do I not want to attack? Am I supposed to be going? Am I in a red zone, or do you want me? You want me to hold back? You want to? I don't know if you guys ever watched like Mad TV, but they had like they had this sketch where they had a UPS guy, and he used to be all like, "Do you want me to do this? You want me to do this?" It was a black guy. It was pretty funny. He's a pretty popular guy. I think he's done some movies since then. Mad TV. I think that's still on TV now. Saturday Night Live is of course still around, but it's not anywhere near as good as it was when I was growing up. Oh, he left me a bot. Well, that means that if I play Volcannon, I can still activate it. Not that I would, because I should win here. Unless he bounces one of my guys or kills him on this attack phase. Six minutes to complete this turn. That I already have talked everyone through, and everyone knows exactly what's going to happen. You know, I almost feel like chatting with him to try to speed this up. I can hit him for 7 now with Burn to the Ground. I have 17 resources in the deck, which means I have 9 more that I could draw. Yeah, the suspense. The thing is, because it's like taking so long to go through everything, I can misclick very easily here, so I have to be careful. Be really careful. This is Sealed, and this is the first game of Sealed Necromancer 1983.
Stop it.
Because we've had a lot of syncing issues. So, yeah. It's all because I decided to play Warhulk. Last card in hand is Counter Magic. Let's go. He could have Counter Magic, but I mean, I haven't seen Counter Magic this whole time, and there's quite a few things he could have Counter Magic, like this. I think he had it up for this Thunderbird. I don't think he has it. I think he has a bounce in hand. I think if anything, that's what he has. If he swings in, I have a blocker for him, and he still dies. So he only deals 1 damage with that, and then he'll deal like 1 damage with his charge bot. I'll chump it off. I'll chump off his guy with this guy. Shadow Grove Witch has done some work this game, that's for sure. It's good that they gave Shadow Grove Witch a 4-point backhand. It used to be a 2-2 for 4, and that was kind of icky because like you can't target anything with this. It's random. So I guess the thing also about Hearthstone, so as far as the fast-pacedness of it, it's fast-paced, but it's like it feels like a lot of times there's no swinginess of it. It's not like one side is winning and then the other side is winning. It's more like I'm just gonna slaughter you right now because I've already gotten too far ahead and you can't catch up. A lot of times. Sometimes it can happen like with mage decks in that game because they have a lot of sweeps, but a lot of times the sweeps are, yeah, not very consequential. Okay, so we're going to swing in. Second main phase, we'll play Burn to the Ground and see if he has counter for it. And if he doesn't, then we win. No reason to play this Scout here. Just swinging for 6. Three minutes left on this clock. I swear I'm going to time out and lose this. See, my clock is moving, and I have no options on anything to do. I'm going as fast as I can. Clock's still running. There it goes. Still running. Stop my clock. Oh, this is frustrating. Sometimes it jumps back. A lot of times it does, but sometimes it doesn't. See if he's got anything, any plays. He's gonna bounce one of my guys. If he bounces one of my guys, I replay him, and I play the Scout here because he won't be within lethal range. This is another reason why we do things in our second main phase for exactly this situation. Because if I had Burned to the Ground in the first main phase, say he didn't have counter magic, then he simply bounces one of my guys out of, and so he's not in lethal, and then I have nothing to replay him, and he's ahead. I don't think he's got anything to bounce it though. I'm not sure what he has in hand, but hopefully not counter magic. Back up to 220. I got 2 minutes. Yeah, I won't have time to replay anything. You're right. You're exactly right, Vengeful X. At this point in the game. 150. It's getting down to it. Come on. Come on. You just have to smile about this. I mean, smile and laugh, because there's really not a lot you can do. Damage. Come on. Assign damage. Assign damage. Damage. There we go. Bam. Except I'm just gonna, I just maxed it out. I don't even care at this point. There it goes. Used all my resources. Oh, I've also had it where these X cards they'll make X 0 even though I spend all the resources. I've had that happen too. Have I tried hitting end? That used to work. That doesn't work anymore. That used to work. That hasn't worked for a very, very long time. Destroy the spacebar. Let's see if it read all my resources properly. I did that really quick, so it may not have. 0. Is it? There we go. Oh my gosh. Woo. Oh my gosh. Now we're going to game 2, people. Except that we just... Okay, apparently I'm improving grounds again. Wow. Well, there you go.